The man's car had just exploded, but he didn't have a single scratch. What he didn't know was that his good luck had just saved his life. A moment earlier, a hitman had planted a time bomb under the man's car, then sped away on a motorbike. The man had no idea. Meanwhile, the bomb had already started counting down. Suddenly, a buzzing bee flew into the car. The man began waving his hands, trying to chase it out, but the bee refused to leave. As the countdown neared 0, the man grew angry. He suddenly drifted the car into an open space and slammed on the brakes. Only a few seconds remained. Still unaware of the danger, the man kept battling the bee. The insect landed inside the car. The man took off his shoe, ready to end the fight. But just as he swung down, the car exploded. Watching from a distance, the hitman thought the mission was complete. But to his shock, the man stood by the wreckage, completely unharmed. The man believed he had gained superpowers. The frustrated hitman tried again the next day. He fired several bullets at the man's car. One hit the gas tank. Gasoline sprayed everywhere, but the man was still inside, casually talking on the phone. Then he pulled out the car's lighter, but it didn't work. He tossed it out the window. The spark hit the gasoline on the ground, which burst into flames. The unlucky hitman drove straight into the fire. Panicking, the hitman jumped out just in time. His jeep rolled off a cliff and exploded in midair. The man, still unaware, drove off in his leaking car. When the boss found out the plan had failed again, he was furious. This time, he sent the king of assassins. Soon, the man arrived at a gas station. The killer had already followed him there. He raised his arm, and a sharp blade sprang from his sleeve. The killer said this mission was far too easy, but the man had no idea danger was near. A gas station worker noticed a small hole in the car and plugged it with chewing gum. The man went to rinse his face with a water hose. Meanwhile, the killer pulled out a cloth soaked in knockout gas and crept up behind him, but the water hose blew the cloth straight into the killer's mouth. He collapsed into a pile of tires. The man survived again without even noticing. Hours later, the killer woke up, but he accidentally triggered his own blade. The tires exploded, launching him into the air. He crashed hard onto the roof. That was the end of the Assassin King. The boss finally realized how serious the problem was. This time, he decided to handle it himself. He snuck into the man's house and waited behind the door. When the man and his family came home, the boss jumped out with a gun and pointed it at him. The man said he didn't know anything. That made the boss even angrier. Just as he was about to shoot, the man's father opened the door right into the boss's face, knocking him out cold. This story teaches us one important lesson. Never stand behind a door. You already know how that ends.